Call of Duty. It's something that has seen many changes, many iterations. Um, Myself, I've been a very big Call of Duty fan. I've played every installment. I've enjoyed each one mostly. Most recent one being Vanguard, of course. I did enjoy it a good bit. While other people hated the or disliked the multiplayer a good bit, I found some enjoyment from it. My playtime has certainly kind of fallen off compared to what it was back in the day. I started with Call of Duty Big Red 1. I play, I guess, just the original Call of Duty on PC at a buddy's house. But the true kind of owning a Call of Duty and sinking my teeth into it was Big Red 1. And, with Call of Duty, how it kind of goes and everything, you have certain eras or installments, certain developers that you can really get a sense of the type of game they're going to make. And Modern Warfare 2 is like a testament to this one because they're remastering the original Modern Warfare series, and it's my favorite series, it's favorite kind of time era, um, just overall favorite game. And I think at the starting point, I'm a bit disappointed in the beta. The good things about the beta. So I did enjoy the gunplay. I used a couple of guns, just mainly just the starter weapons. I think I hit like level 20 in the beta across both weekends. That was the PlayStation weekend last weekend. This most recent weekend was PC, which I played on. So the good stuff, the guns were fun. I enjoyed the gunplay. The gunsmith seems really cool, possibly a bit overwhelming, so it's going to take some time to get used to. How that usually goes for me is Googling the best loadouts and building that versus trying them all. Something that every Call of Duty I say I'm going to try different gun loadouts and try to create something cool, but other people can do that for me usually. The next part, I did enjoy the third person game mode. It was different. And after not playing a lot of third person stuff here recently, never playing it in a Call of Duty, it's a breath of fresh air in a sense. It is quirky, you need third person to get familiar with it. Even like, your Gears of War, your I'm blanking on other stuff. Rogue Company on PC. Even the games that are meant to be third person, they can still feel a bit clunky at the start. So that's to be expected. But once I did get a flow for it, it's a cool, unique take on Call of Duty. It's not gonna be my normal game mode by any means. I'm probably still gonna stick to the standard, first person type game modes and everything. But it is something that's cool, and I'm curious to see if it gets put into future Call of Duties, and if they continue to spend time on features and everything. I think the last thing I did really mostly enjoy were the maps. They got old just from a sense of I think there were three in the map pool over total playtime of like 6 to 7 hours for me. So it did get a bit tiring. They were fun. There were a few times where they seemed very open. The rate of the rate of gameplay, the pace was pretty good. But I don't know, for some reason it took me. I don't know if there's more spawn points than normal, or if there's more kind of like connections, whatnot. It took me a while to get a hang of load respawn areas and all that, and your classic, you just run out, not ready, and just get sideswiped by people. But that comes with playing the maps. I'm ready to see. I heard there's some really good maps that they did not release on beta, so I'm excited for those at launch. And with all good, there's going to be some bad. So I think my biggest hang up with the beta, and it's nothing major, so to speak, but to me it felt weird. Overall, I think it mainly boils down to the movement, to the parkour kind of battlefield style movement. It felt out of place. It felt just very not lethargic, not super clunky. It felt weird with like going into that and then going into combat. I saw someone on Twitter post, how to play Call of Duty or MW2, and it's like take every corner, aim down sights. And that's just not really how I want to play, so to speak. But I can certainly change how I play and everything. But I do think it's gonna get worked out because the guns feel good. So I think the movement just may take some more time to get familiar with. And the other side of this is it could be a performance thing. Um, if you're not familiar with the beta system, what a beta is, it's essentially the developers testing bugs, glitches, performance, anything that is gonna, you know, in turn make their launch for this game suffer. They're gonna try to map that out and essentially prioritize, triage any kind of fixes and things that come up from these past 2 weekends on their list of development, fixes or whatnot. So certainly this weird kind of performance thing, because I played on PlayStation, I played on PC, and I thought it was just gonna be PlayStation because I did not get the 120 hertz option on PlayStation, so I was looking forward to PC. It kind of felt the same in a sense. So I'm excited to see how it plays next month during launch. Um, I think it will get better, whether that's an actual feature, that's like a gameplay reason, or that maybe just I get more used to it because it's Call of Duty. It's here for a year, maybe 2 years now, it seems, and I'm going to be playing it regardless. So we'll see. Besides that, though, I mean, I did enjoy it. Oh, the time to kill. Time to kill. I think that has something to do with all the negatives I mentioned here. It's way too fast. It really feels super like I'm 29, going on 30. I'm an older gamer, so to speak. I don't have the reflexes I used to. Some would argue if I ever had them. But it feels really twitchy, just really kind of like scuff sweaty, keyboard and mouse sweaty. And that has something to do, I'm sure, with the skill-based matchmaking. If you're not familiar with that, is essentially it's always kind of gauging how you're performing and making sure it's matching you up with equivalent players. So when you first start, you may have a great game against really, people below your skill level. So that eventually they're gonna throw you in with people that matches your skill. You're gonna have a mediocre game or terrible game or get bumped down. It's a constant up and down of good games, average games, bad games, and so on. So the time to kill mixed with the skill-based matchmaking, and I'm fine with skill-based matchmaking. I wish it didn't have it. I wish there was like options, kind of how have like a ranked play. They have done prior CODs like Vanguard had, for instance, or Black Ops. I think time to kill needs to be adjusted. I think that's the main thing, that it just increased a little bit. It's just way too fast right now. If someone even just like thinks about shooting you, maybe starts to aim at you, it feels like you're already half health. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my thoughts on the beta. I was gonna, do a more formal kind of write up. I'm literally leveling here in Wrath of Lich King Classic. Just decided to record this, and I hope y'all like it. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitch. That's twitch.tv Dr. Dunn. I'm also Dr. Dunn on YouTube. That may be where you found this. Not really sure where it's going to be going. Thanks for listening to my ramble. And if you do play COD and Warzone, let me know. I'd love to play with some people. Get some squads going when the game launches next month. Have a good day.